always, it's good to see you, and even though we're not seeing you, we're seeing you. Okay.
Okay.
But we wanted to get with you today to kind of just go about your recollections on what happened that day on April 3rd, 1974. What can you tell us transpired that day? What do you remember about the day?
Tim, the best I remember, I was in the rescue squad, and if I remember it correct, I was president of the rescue squad. Lehman Woods, who was civil defense coordinator at that time, sent the word out, and the only method we had then of getting it was by phone. But we all gathered, and well, to back up just a little bit from that, when it happened, I was running the church bus. We had gone to pick up some children on the church bus, and we got back to the church, and some of the church members was waiting outside, said that they'd been looking for me. That's how it happened. That they'd had a tornado hit down in Mount Moriah. Well, I got with Lehman Woods, and we went down, and the main thing we did was try to locate bodies, get them to the funeral home or wherever they need to go. And like I said, I worked with him all night that night. And they was, I don't know, 3 or 4 tornadoes went over us while we was out there. You could hear them up in the air just roaring like everything. You couldn't get around because power lines was down. We had a van that had red lights on it. We tore every light on it off. We'd be going down the road, and the first thing you know, you done run under a power line. Luckily, the power was out, so nobody got hurt that way. But that's basically what I remember about it, was the tragic it was, and the devastation, and all the damage it was done.
Were you and others some of the first people that made it to some of the scenes?
Well, I don't know if we was first or not, but we got there, right off, because as soon as I got back, like I said, when I pulled up over here, I got with Lehman and we went down there. So we was among the first anyway.
Without getting into details of graphic details, can you describe some of the scenes that you saw when you approached?
Well, of course, most of the bodies that we found was out in the field or out in the yard. You didn't find very few that was still in the house or anything like that. Most of them was out in the open. And of course, if I remember right, the Lehman called the governor and he authorized any county official as coroner, because there was so many people that there's no way the coroner could get to all of them. That's kind of the way that went.
Involving the locations where the damage was, especially in the Mount Moriah area, can you describe some of what you saw?
Well, it was houses just completely destroyed. All structures in the path of it was just completely destroyed. And like I said, power lines, telephone lines down. You had to be real careful or you'd run through one, and it was awful.
Of course, all this was after dark, right?
It was. Yes, it was after dark.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we worked all night just about, because it happened pretty early about dark that night, so we was in it all night long.
And you were far enough away that you weren't in the vicinity of any of the tornadoes when they actually happened, right?
No, I wouldn't. Like I said, I was driving the church bus, and we was out, and we noticed that when we was running the church route, everybody was waving us on by. And we got to talking about how funny the clouds looked, but we still didn't think anything. And then when we got back to the church, we found out that it had healed. So.
What were some of the odd things you may have seen? What were you still in recovery mode, involving what you were doing the next morning, or was that just all in the overall?
We was, well, along about daylight the next morning, we finally got a chance. We went by Lehman's house for just a few minutes to take a little break, and then we went right back. But I'd say recovery went on for that night and all day the next day before we really located all of it. Because you didn't have the methods then that you got now to do it with.
Were there any odd things that you saw the next day at the damage location?
Not that I can recall, Tim.
Not like, were there a lot of projectiles stuck in the trees and anything like that that you really noticed? I don't remember any. Did involving the 3 or 4 tornadoes that you talked about, you thought did some of those occur later on than while you were in the rescue recovery? Another wave came through?
It did, the same night. And then another one, there was one went through the Oakville community that same night and done a lot of damage out there. Because I know we had to send some people that was working down there out to Oakville to help out there. So they had the two at the same night.
Do you recall any idea what time that may have occurred in the Oakwood? Or?
No, I sure don't.
But it was later?
It was later after this one had happened, but I don't remember what time.
And then there was one third round later than at the end. Is that right or wrong? After the Oakwood? Is that what
Oakville. Well, when I said there were several went over, as far as I know, none of those touched down. They was up there. Yeah.
Did you get word of the Oakville tornado warning, or you take cover or anything, or you were?
No, we didn't. The best I remember, we did. Of course, we knew that it was hitting out there because, like I said, we had a radio with the sheriff's department in the van. We only had, at that time, I think we had one van. Solid Rescue Squad had one or two. And we had a radio with them with the sheriff's department. So all the information we got was through the sheriff's department.
How long were you out power? Can you remember?
I don't remember, Rex. It was days, I think.
Well, it seemed like about a week.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not real sure on
that. Describe what was it really like, seeing all that afterwards?
Tim, it was awful, but I guess you really know you got a job to do and you're doing it and you're really not thinking about it. Afterwards is what really hits you when you get it kind of calmed down and get to thinking about what did happen. At the time it was going on, you really didn't have time to think about it.
You were just in the mode of
getting it done. Yeah, finding out, locating all the people.
How hard did you see afterwards? How long was the recovery period in the county after the event?
Tim, that I don't remember. I don't. Sure don't. To get back to
kind of semi-normal, yeah.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't remember how long.
Months or.
Well, I'm sure it was. Yeah.
That's what I was figuring.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to April 27th.
Mm-hmm. Except maybe a little longer.
So the only method of warning that the rescue squad received was a phone call. Hey, a tornado.
Yes.
Tornado's been spotted, or so really, was it likely? It probably likely was already on the ground doing damage.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was. It had already gone through before I got the warning. It had already hit.
Were you or any
wasn't really watching the news. I had been at work that day, so I didn't realize anything was going on, and that's the reason that when, like I said, when people kept waving us on and we got to talking about the clouds looking funny, I still didn't think anything until we got back and they told us what had happened. You just didn't have the warning you have now.
Did you do any just strictly body recovery, Hillard? Did you help hauling them? I understand Decatur General, a lot of them were carried to Decatur General.
Some of the injured was, yes, I helped bring some to the funeral home, and I think I didn't carry any to the hospital, but I helped bring several to the funeral home.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
That's about all. It was so much going on that night, so much confusion. I really don't remember what all did happen, but that's about all I can think of.
So was it kind of organized chaos? If you could call that, or what would you?
It would have been, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't have the communication, so like really, and you didn't have the number of fire departments that you have now. I want to say the only fire department we had was Moulton, but now I can't say that to be true. But you didn't, like I said, we couldn't communicate with them that much because it just wasn't there.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary that day, weather-wise? Or was it just a typical spring
Not
day?
till late that afternoon. No, I didn't. I've heard people say after that, after the April 11th, that it was the same way as it was in '74. But now I don't remember that. I don't know. But they say the weather was about like it was in '74.
Did it turn off really cool or cold by the time you were doing the recovery, or?
Best I remember, it didn't.
Not too late.
I don't remember it getting cold. Of course, that's been several years, so, you know.
All right. You think anything else that you can?
Well,
Do you know of any other folks that might be around that you might talk to about it?
the only one I can think of was Blair that we was talking about.